Hello everyone, Kill Bethelite here, and I want to talk about a concern that people have about Jehovah's Witnesses and the ban in Russia. The concern is that the Russian ban on Jehovah's Witnesses as an extremist cult will cause Jehovah's Witnesses to feel persecuted and cause Jehovah's Witnesses in Russia to go underground. And this is a concern, I guess, because they feel that Jehovah's Witnesses will all of a sudden start maybe rising in numbers or something like that. Well, that's what we want to talk about, because the problem that Jehovah's Witnesses have won't be solved by a feeling of persecution. One problem that Jehovah's Witnesses have is the internet. The things that go on behind closed doors are being brought to the open by advocates that get on YouTube and make videos, such as myself. Things that go on behind closed doors that Watchtower would like to sweep under the rug, such as the Bethelites in the headquarters in New York that were let go. Those things are being brought to the forward online. jwfacts.com. Websites like that cause a problem for Watchtower. YouTube. People who are coming forward with their experiences within the Jehovah's Witnesses on YouTube are causing Watchtower a problem. The solution to this is not that Jehovah's Witnesses start feeling persecuted. Let's talk about the sexual pedophilia. The pedophiles within the Jehovah's Witnesses, and we know that there's quite a few because of the children needing to bring two witnesses whenever they are sexually abused, meaning the abuser's never caught. So the pedophiles that have been running loose within Jehovah's Witnesses, they're not going to all of a sudden stop touching little children because Jehovah's Witnesses feel persecuted. They're not going to stop touching little children because Jehovah's Witnesses start going underground. As a matter of fact, any pedophiles that they have there in Russia are going to love the fact that people may start meeting in small homes again. That children can then be isolated in smaller groups again. That they can prey on little children. That's a problem that Watchtower has. And the feeling of persecution and Jehovah's Witnesses going underground isn't going to solve that. What's causing the tower to crumble, so to speak, what's causing Watchtower to go down won't be solved by all the feeling of persecution in the world. Think about the fact that Jehovah's Witnesses have had book studies in the past in people's private homes. That's meeting in private homes. That's essentially what people are saying Jehovah's Witnesses will start doing in Russia. Well, them meeting in private homes wasn't helping the attendance at the Kingdom Hall. That wasn't helping the people that were leaving because they were waking up. That wasn't stopping that because they were meeting in private homes. So the issues that surround Watchtower are just multiplied. You have the internet, all the things that were secret in the past, the Beth Serene house that was purchased in San Diego, those things were kept secret. Now that it's out on the internet, people can find out. None of those things. A feeling of persecution isn't going to cause those things to disappear. A feeling of persecution isn't going to cause, let's say, for example, the people that approach Jehovah's Witnesses at cars and demonstrate that Jehovah's Witnesses don't have much personal Bible knowledge. They have a lot of Watchtower articles and publications that they've got memorized. But actual Bible knowledge, as far as what it actually says in the Bible, they don't have much knowledge of that. And that's being exposed online, on YouTube. You see plenty of people approaching Jehovah's Witnesses at carts and showing how little Bible knowledge they have. A feeling of persecution isn't going to cause Jehovah's Witnesses to all of a sudden have more Bible knowledge. All of their problems are still there. So my question is, why should we be concerned if Jehovah's Witnesses feel like they're persecuted? Comment down below, let me know. Why should we be concerned? Because they might feel persecuted. I'm not saying that they won't feel persecuted. What I'm saying is, what difference will that make? Watchtower is collapsing. It's going down. Watchtower isn't going to stop selling kingdom halls. It's not going to stop selling properties and combining congregations because congregations are shrinking. That, and all those things aren't going to stop because Jehovah's Witnesses feel persecuted. To a certain extent, Jehovah's Witnesses have always felt either A, persecuted, or B, that persecution was going to imminently come. The Great Tribulation, all the governments turning on Watchtower, that feeling of imminent persecution has been there for Jehovah's Witnesses. It's been there for people because Watchtower is telling them that the governments are going to turn on Watchtower any day. It's going to turn on all religion, and then eventually it's going to turn on Watchtower. Jehovah's Witnesses have always felt either persecuted or that persecution was literally around the corner. None of those things have stopped or turned the tide for Watchtower, so to speak. People are still going to start waking up when their elder husband cheats on them, or when their husband who is an elder beats them, or when their husband who is an elder is flirting with all these sisters and nothing is done about it. When their loved ones die because of not being able to have certain types of medical treatment. All the problems, the shunning isn't going to stop because they feel persecuted. It may just happen more often. People being shunned and seeing how unloving Jehovah's Witnesses truly are, even though they smile at people when they knock on the door because they're trying to give you a magazine. But in reality, all the shunning is proof. You know a tree by its fruit. And Watchtower is known for shunning. Direct family members shunning each other. The fruits of that, the effects of that, aren't going to disappear because Jehovah's Witnesses feel persecuted. The Kingdom Hall crashing. I remember hearing someone say, well, that may cause them to feel persecuted. And it might cause them to feel persecuted. But again, all the problems that Watchtower is having, the solution to those problems are not a feeling of persecution. That's not the solution to the problems that Watchtower is having. So we shouldn't worry that all of a sudden Watchtower is going to get stronger, so to speak. That people are going to not be leaving out of the back door of Watchtower faster than they're coming in. See, that all of a sudden Jehovah's Witnesses for years have been meeting in individual homes and what have you, and all of a sudden now, field service numbers are going to go through the roof because they were banned in Russia. None of those things are going to take place. See, this is something that Watchtower has been using for years and years and years, and what it will do, members who are already brainwashed, it may give Watchtower more power. It'll give the cult more power over the ones it already had. But the ones that are waking up, the ones that are in just because their family's in and they don't want to get shunned, the children that are in that as soon as they turn 18 are going to leave, None of those people are going to stop waking up because of a feeling of persecution. Actually, because Watchtower has used the Great Tribulation to make people feel like persecution has been imminent for years upon years, it may have zero effect. The climate of Watchtower hasn't changed. They've always felt persecuted or that persecution was imminent. And these problems that Watchtower has still remains. So comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. We definitely need to discuss the concern that people have that Jehovah's Witnesses might feel persecuted. 937-789-4029. We'll try to discuss it. X Wall Kill Bethelite.